Good afternoon. Welcome to the first of three master classes for the Mid-Atlantic Region Conference, NATS Conference. My name is Dr. Serena Hill-LaRoche. I teach at the University of South Carolina, and I'm the current Mid-Atlantic Region Governor-elect and the president of the South Carolina NATS. We're thrilled that you can join us today, but we're most thrilled to be joined by some wonderful clinicians and teachers and their students that are going to do some singing for us. I want to briefly introduce our clinicians today. We have Carl DuPont, who is here with us, Dr. Lisa Odom, and Jason Forbach. And then students Jordan Smith, Taryn Turner, Brianna Robinson, and Tristan Ryu. And then their teachers are here with us as well. If you would like to follow along on the program, that is going to be posted here shortly in the chat box on YouTube so that you can see the program, as well as a link to the bios, the very impressive bios of our presenters today. So without further ado, I think we'll get started. The first singer we have today is Jordan Smith. And for the singers, if you would, please introduce yourself. Tell us a little bit about where you go to school and what you are going to be singing for us today.
All right, hello, my name is Jordan Smith. I go to school at Westminster Catawba Christian School and really involved with theater there. And today I'm going to be singing So You Want to Be a Nun from Nonsense. Hello! My name is Sister Mary. Oh, for a second I thought I had remembered who I am. Oh, well, anyway, Mother Superior says that if I sing well enough in our talent show that one of you will want to join our order, and that's you. Shalom. I think that it is just wonderful that you want to be a nun, and you think it might be fun to be one of the ones who's a nun. And the order you elect to select should reflect, I suspect, a desire to perfect all you've done up till now. I wish that someone... Stop! I can't stand it! Oh, Sister Marionette, what are you doing here? I thought you were back in France with the Protestants. Now, hit it, sweetheart! It's really very simple with a wimble you learn. You get instant respect that you don't have to earn. You move right up in line without waiting your turn. And virtues like patience are not our concern. What do you mean virtue is not our concern? Here. Think about yourself and vow. There are three you must espouse: poverty, chastity, and obedience and no. Let's start with poverty. Empty your purse. Poverty makes being poor even worse. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun. Chastity is where we found our postulants are losing ground. You must be celibate. You can't screw around. Oh, sister! Obedience is number 3. You can't question what will be if you have no opinion. The living is easy. fish are jumping and the cotton's high. Back to obedience. If pain can make you perfect, then this vow is for you. Every time you disobey, they beat your ass black and blue. Sister, the confessional's where she belongs. Everything she says is wrong. Sister's just jealous cause I stole her song. Dedication and commitment, you're so cool. Don't finish that one. No habit, no ticket to fun. This song ends. Get the hook. Thank you.
We're all clapping. You just can't hear us. Hi, wonderful job. I'm Lisa, and I'm so happy to hear you sing and work with you. Can you hear me okay?
Ma'am, again.
Okay, great. Um, so just thank you so much for singing today and going first. It takes some guts, which you've clearly got, so we appreciate that. Tell me what you're really loving about singing this piece.
This I love acting is my like I love acting and I want to sing to tell a story. I feel like that's kind of the point of the whole thing. And this definitely is an acting song, and so I really just get to have fun with it, you know. And it's a lot of range switching, which is really hard, but also like it's I don't know, it's a good exercise for my voice, and it's a lot of fun, and it's challenging, but it's also it's just really fun. I just love it.
Yeah, that's great. You're having fun, clearly, and it makes us have fun. So I'm really glad you picked this song because people don't do it a lot because it is quite a challenge, and it was just really fun to watch. What do you find to be your challenges in this?
I think a lot of it is having to switch between the two characters.
Mm-hmm.
So like being so head voice and then being so chest voice.
Yeah.
So it kind of switch, I guess.
Yeah, I think you're handling that well. I would say because it's so fast, one of the challenges might be diction, might be getting your words understood. That's a
Yeah,
tough one. Could we start right around the time the puppet shows up and says, "Hit it, sweetheart"? Can you make sure that goes to your pianist?
yes, I
Like that
will.
he speaks to your pianist? Yeah. Yeah. So wherever you want to
Okay.
start, that's right before that.
Okay.
I'll just hold up my hand when we're good and we want to stop and work a little.
Okay. Thank you. Well, I thought you were back in France with the Protestants. Now hit it, sweetheart. It's really very simple with a wimple you learn. You get instant respect that you don't have to earn. You move right up in line without waiting your turn. And virtues like patience are not our concern. What do you mean, virtue's not our concern? Think about our solemn vow. There are three you must espouse: poverty, chastity, and obedience and love.
It's a good spot. We got a little bit of speaking and singing and head voice and belt, so that's perfect. Great. I love that. I might try just because Sister Amnesia is so quirky, we'll say. Maybe like over the head, hit it, sweetheart, or under the arm. I don't know. Try some things that are just even wackier. You almost can't go too far with her. So just try some, if you're wearing slacks and feeling super athletic, like under the leg, I don't know, some crazy things with your little speaking person. I think that's a really good solution to this, not having a full nun puppet with you. I think that's working well. So the diction and belt is easier, I think. But when you get into head voice, what's the first line you sing in your head voice?
Um, let's start with poverty.
Okay, so give me those initial consonants. Let's start with poverty. Can you like pop the P a little bit in poverty and sing on the L of let's and see if that sort of gets us going? Let's try just that little moment.
Let's start with poverty. Empty your purse. Poverty makes being poor even worse. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving. Okay.
Good. Can you tell me about that? Was it different?
It's honestly it is a little bit harder to like punch them through like that, but I
Hmm.
know that you can't understand that the story doesn't make sense. So
Yeah, I would say I don't want to put words in your mouth, but did it take just maybe more energy to do that? Like more effort? Yeah.
More of a like,
Yeah. It takes a little more breath, maybe. But what I heard was actually a clearer head voice tone, too. It's a little kind of secret back benefit we get from popping those initial consonants. So I feel like maybe you're frozen. Yes, I think so. Am I moving on my end for everybody okay?
You are moving fine for us, Lisa.
Okay.
Hmm. Let's see. We'll give it just a second.
Okay.
Uh, Jordan, if you can hear us, can you drop something in the text box?
Oh, you maybe lost her.
Yeah. Well, while we're waiting on her to come back, can you explore this topic with us? How the final consonants are used to have a clearer tone at the onset. That would actually be really beneficial for all of us.
Sure. So for me, it's the initial consonants. So we think a lot about final consonants, maybe in choir and group settings. But for classical singing, if we use enough energy to get initial consonants singing through the consonants that sing like L and M and N, consonants where we can make pitch, then we are starting those vocal folds in the right place by singing on those L's and M's and N's, all of those things that make our tone clear right away.
Great. We have Jordan again.
Yay!
there we go. We did. All right, let me just.
Yeah, you're on my other side now, but it's okay. I see you.
Make sure you can actually see everything. Okay, here we go.
Yeah, that's good. So I don't know if you heard my question. I was wondering if you noticed the clearer tone that we heard from you when you were using those initial consonants.
I did know, like I heard it in my head better. If that
Mm-hmm.
makes sense, I don't know if that makes sense,
Yeah,
but before
yeah.
it kind of all melted together. But
Mm-hmm.
then it was actual distinct like words. So yeah.
Yeah. Can we go a little farther with that as you sing through this three virtues section?
Yeah. Let's start. Do you want to do the let's start with poverty? Start where we started earlier.
Yeah, that works.
Or? Let's start with poverty, empty your purse. Poverty makes being poor even worse. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun.
Can we do this little section with all the thanks. I'm sorry I'm having to like wave you down. Zoom's so awkward. Um, but can we do this section with all these E vowels, starving, that sort of thing? I don't want to make it classical sounding because this is musical theater, but I think maybe if this was a little looser here in the mouth, starving rather than starving, you might get an easier sound out of it. So I don't know if it's easy to start where we've been starting or if you want to get closer to that section.
Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun.
Yeah, can we do that again? When you sing not and starving, can you just take a little more time? Do you feel like you have time that you could stretch there a little bit?
I do.
Yeah.
Okay. Granted, it's not so extreme for a nun. We may not be starving, but still it's not fun.
Okay, just do may not. If your pianist doesn't mind giving those pitches. Yeah.
May not.
Here it is.
From there?
May not.
Okay. Hold it. Okay. May not be starving, but still it's not fun.
Can you incorporate that into the song? I know you have to go faster and I know it's wordy, but that was so beautiful and I think it's gonna like calm things down a little bit, I think it's going to make it easier to sing, especially here.
Damn, okay, cool. From where do you want me to start from?
We may not, or right before it, whatever's better for you.
Okay. Granted. Granted, it's not so extreme for none. We may not be starving, but still, it's not for not fun, 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 not fun, 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 not fun, 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 fun. Poverty is not fun.
Good. Don't want to just give you a second shot at that. Once things are calmer, first time through, nerves are away, it's just better, right?
Even the fast part, that was easier to do because it was already calm. So.
Yeah, that's all me. No, it's not. It's just the magic of masterclass. Time around is always easier. What vowel are you singing when you get past the fun, fun, funs?
It's like it's a ah on until it gets to that top part, and then it's like a ah.
Yeah, sure. It doesn't sound like ah. I know we're at the end, Serena. Thank you. Can we do that bit one more time with a real ah? It's getting a little or ooh, and I think you'll have an even better sound if you stay on ah. If you want to start on not fun, not fun.
Not fun, 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 fun. Poverty is not fun.
Yeah, go back and watch this later and work on it. It's going towards hoo 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 instead of ah, and see if you can get that more open ah on those. But Serena's looking at me, so maybe I have to stop.
Yes, we're at the end of our.
That was really fun. Thank you, Jordan.
Thank you so much, Jordan. And I want to thank Jeremy Mims for accompanying today. Thank you very much, Jeremy. And I neglected to actually introduce our clinician. That was Dr. Lisa St. Odom from Clemson University. Thank you so much for joining us. She's a wonderful singer and teacher and a good colleague as well. Next up, we have Taryn Turner, who is going to sing for Professor Carl DuPont, who is with us from the Peabody Institute of Johns Hopkins University. Professor DuPont, are you with us?
I am here.
Very good. Taryn, are you with us? All right, Taryn, whenever you are ready.
Hello, everyone. My name is Taryn Turner, and today I will be singing La Zingara by Donizetti. I am a sophomore performing arts major from Clemson University, and without further ado. La Zingara, La Zingara. Fra l'erbico sparsi di rorido cielo, coverta dal solo gran mappa del cielo, mia madre s'è data la vita mi dì. Fanciulla zegrebile caprimolai, per villa città decresciuta danzai. cosa non vero, mai visto non fumi, corsone più bello. Oh sì, nella destra leggese il oh sì, nella destra leggese il la zingara, la zingara,
Oh, brava, Taryn. Really, really wonderful singing and a very committed performance. Tell me, what do you like most about this piece?
Um, for like an acting standpoint, it's just over dramatic. She's here telling a story, trying to draw a crowd in. So I like using facial expressions. I love all the melismas because it just adds to her drama and making this big story out of her life and palm reading. So
Yeah,
I love
yeah. Oh, absolutely. And you take advantage of all of that. My copy is a little bit different than yours. So I think there are multiple versions of this piece, but is there a particular part that you would like to work on of this? Something that,
there's a
yeah.
lot of sections that are still very challenging. So those melismas at the end, those could always use some more work. At the very beginning, after the entrance, I do this. Oh, so I've been working on that too. And then I think in the middle sections, just trying to like keep it more bouncy. So
Yeah, okay. So everything, everything, everywhere, all at once. Got it, Taryn. All right. So then let's just go back to the beginning, because when I was listening to you speak just now, I was hearing a beautiful speech like resonance that you have. You have a wonderful speaking voice, and it seems that you discard that a little bit when it's time to sing, and I think you can maximize on that.
okay.
Yeah. So let's just go from the top.
Okay. La zingara.
Yes. Okay. And yeah, and as my colleague was talking about before, the magic of getting a second time already. Yeah. So that was a nice adjustment you just made. I want you to try that one more time. And I want you to hold your hand right in front of your mouth.
Okay.
And you're going to feel a burst of air for the singara, but see if on the sustained notes, if you can use your sense of support and the muscles of the torso in order to regulate the breath flow so that it's equalized and you're not blowing so much air, but instead you're allowing the air to bubble or stream out.
Okay.
Yeah? All right, let's try it again.
La zingara.
Because when you spoke, you weren't blowing so much air and you got a very clear tone with the thin edge of the vocal folds. What did you experience just now?
So being like hyper aware of that breathing out or like the blowing out, like you said, it also sounds different because this is like blocking right here, but I didn't feel like I was pushing as much, if that makes sense. Yeah.
Yeah. And then you've got one of these great instruments that is kind of, oh, my lights go off. Sometimes it feels like you've got this big dog that's walking you instead of you walking it. And I just want you to feel that you are in control of the breathing and that you can allow the air to stream rather than lose the air all at the beginning of each phrase. Yeah, let's do that again because now it says a piacere. Now I think with this feeling of appoggio or support, you can actually play with dynamics a little bit and show us what kind of artist you are. Yeah, let's try it again and then we'll keep going.
You want me to still do the hand thing or?
No, I've got to take the training wheels off. So let the hands go to the side, but see if you can feel that in your lower ribs and below your belly button.
Okay. La zingara.
Good. Great. So for that extended cadenza, will you just place your finger right where that pendant is on your chest right there? And as the notes go up, I want you to trace the feeling down. Yeah. So for the sensation of acoustic migration, we're going to feel height, and you got the height. I want you also to feel the depth and feel kind of a stretching sensation as you go up. Yeah. So, try that.
Okay.
How did that feel, Taryn?
I don't know how that worked, but but it did feel a lot different. It felt like much easier to just shoot it up. Like it didn't.
Yeah.
That was magical.
And so we're these creatures that really thrive through sensation and touch, and that's why singing is so tricky, because what we can feel, we sometimes shouldn't feel when we want to sing healthy, well-balanced tones. So I just wanted you to give you something that you could feel and that would ground you a little bit. Now, because it's a cadenza, we have this opportunity to really express an emotion that is even more clear than words are. What is the emotion that is inspiring this cadenza that takes you all the way to the top of your range?
I think excitement, because she's about to tell this story.
The excitement of a really good story where you're drawing everybody in and you're not going to tell them how the story ends just yet. It seems like you tell everything all at once with the story. Can you keep the secret through this cadenza?
Okay.
Yeah, so that we lean in and we really get involved.
Okay.
Yeah, beautiful. Let's keep going. All right, so right there, Taryn, you just blew all of your air out. Why would you do that? Right, so try that again. That is a gift from Donizetti, right? I just want you to go. Yeah, do it again. So with this tongue trill, you're gonna feel your support engage and you're gonna feel the air bubble up to the soft palate. Do that again. Yeah, you're blowing more air than you need.
Okay.
All right, so now with that feeling, great. And I'm not sure how much time we have, but I want you to, in that idea of
Two
the big
minutes.
2 minutes. Okay.
Yep.
Are you a dog person?
Yes.
Okay. So I want you to give me a big dog pant. Oh, that's great. All right. And now give me a little dog pant. That energy and that elasticity you have in your abdominal wall, can you imagine as you're singing this very legato phrase, still having that electricity and elasticity in the abdominal wall? Fra l'erbe cosparse.
Fra l'erbe cosparse di rodrigo cielo.
Great. What did you experience just then?
I did notice it was after like the first little sub phrase of or whatever. I did blow out the air again, like I like had more to release. But besides that, it I think it helped my vibrato and like carrying the tone all the way through. So
Exactly. What was happening with your vibrato before?
um I feel like maybe it was like a little heavier or it wasn't like going as not that it needs to like go super fast, but it was like more instead of like
So you're this wonderfully perceptive singer, right? Because out here we were noticing a little bit of a slow down of the vibrato, and that chug in the voice always indicates to me, especially with younger singers, um, rigidity in the abdominal wall. And so we have to find flexibility there in order for the incursion to happen. So one of the great adages is the your breathing for singing should not depart from the natural breath. And we know that naturally that abdominal wall has to be flexible in order to accomplish the exhalation cycle. You were locking, and then your diaphragm was having a hard time regulating the air, and everything was just getting a little out of whack and just a little slow. So I want to just do the beginning up till there, and then we'll have to end.
okay.
Yeah.
La zingara. Fra l'erbe cosparse di rorido cielo.
Beautiful. Taryn, I wish we could go through this whole thing, but that opening covers a lot of the concepts that reoccur during the course of this piece. So I hope that that is something that you can work with. You've obviously done really great work with your teacher. So brava.
Thank you. Thank you so
Right.
much.
My pleasure.
Thank you so much, Taryn. And thank you to Grace Berardo, who was the pianist just now. Who is actually, yeah, there she is. Thank you so much, Grace. We appreciate you. All right. The next singer we have, we're going to continue with Professor Carl Dupont, and Brianna Robinson will be our next singer. Brianna, are you with us?
I am. Hello.
Hi.
Hi. Am I going to introduce myself? Sorry.
Yes, please go ahead and introduce yourself and what you're going to sing.
Okay. Hello, my name is Brianna Robinson. I go to the University of South Carolina. I will be performing with my pianist Megan Rich, and we will be performing Silent Noon by Rafe Vaughan Williams. All hands I open it all fresh cross, nothing can points not through like rosy blues.
Brava, Brianna. Is it Brianna or Briona?
It's Brianna.
Brianna. Okay, great. Um, will you double check and make sure that your original sound is on?
It is.
It is. So at the top of your screen, it says original sound off.
It says on.
So
That should be correct, but we can try it the other
if you
way.
put original sound on, well, maybe
It's on.
can we try it the other way? Can you click it off?
Yeah.
And then let's just try that first phrase again.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually get a little bit of a clearer signal this way. So let's just leave it like this. Is that okay? Let's do some more. Okay, great. So you have such intensity and you're such a generous performer. This was really a treat to watch and to hear what we could. I am curious, what is your character needing in the song? Why do they sing this song? What do they need? What are they trying to express?
I believe that this is purely about being grateful for nature.
Gratitude. Yeah. Okay. I love that idea. Expressing gratitude. So when you start this, will you keep that in mind? And will you let it inform how you sing your legato line? Because I think we're getting the notes and we're getting the words, but it's not being tied together. So I'm hearing your hands lie instead of your hands lie. Oh, oh, have you heard this before?
Yes.
Ah, aha. Excellent training. All right. So I want you to just in that sense of gratitude for the whole line and for the whole message, let that inform how you weave and spin these phrases, not just how you sing each note.
Gotcha. Your eyes a finger points not through my growing wounds. Your eyes smile peace.
Aha, what did that feel like for you?
It just felt a lot more free. I think I really get so in my head and I want to like think out everything when I just need to let things be and to flow.
Mhm.
It just felt like it flowed a lot more. Like the words just felt more attached, but it didn't feel lazy. It felt nice.
And we got more of the beauty of your tone. It was more in tune. We got better text and we got dynamic. So it really allowed us to like listen in instead of sit back. Yeah. And we go through this. I just have a question on the word EYES. What vowel are you sustaining?
Eyes.
What vowel are you sustaining? You can only sustain one vowel at a time.
Ah.
Okay. Will you do that last part again? Your is a smile piece. Make sure you're thinking with a nice release tongue and jaw and a sigh to the soft palate.
Your eyes smile peace.
Brianna, was that really an Were you really thinking or were you trying to give us the sound that you think that I feel like you're giving us the sound that you think that we want. Yeah. So will you just say with me, just sigh with me? Ah.
Ah.
Oh, I did not say oh. I said ah.
Ah.
Yeah. So imagine you get a nice surprise. Ah.
Ah.
Okay. Can I hear that? Ah. Your smile piece.
Your eyes smile peace.
Aha. Interesting.
You got me. Thank you.
What did you experience just then?
Um, my soft palate was a lot more naturally lifted rather than me trying to manipulate it. It just came into place because I made the correct vowel. So I didn't have to do as much work.
So one of the really interesting things about speech, and I also teach in the business school here at Johns Hopkins in the communication vertical, and I talk to business people about talking and using their voice. Um, Speech is technology, right? So technology is defined as tools that we use in order to improve our life. This ah is actually a technical development from our ancestors in communicating. When you don't take advantage of that, and when you try to create a whole new tool right there to create a ooh vowel, you are ignoring 250,000 years of technological advances. That's a lot to figure out and sing in front of people on the spot. So I just want you to do that one time again and really use the ah that we have available to us that sounds gorgeous in your voice, that really heightens the resonance that you have. And like you said, works with your physiology to engage the soft palate while staying low in your breath. You know what? I've got a word from the Lord for you, because S-M-I-L-E, what vowel do you sustain in that word? Ah, it's still the same ah vowel. So all the answer to every one of my questions is going to be ah for you today. I'm gonna give you the notes for the test, okay? So when you get to smile, I need you to sustain the ah. Okay? No, not oh. Ah. Yeah, it could all be so simple, Brianna. Let's do that phrase again. Brilliant. How did it feel?
It felt just a lot more easy. I feel like I feel like I'm chewing beforehand, but it just feels really naturally lifted. That just wow, I was doing too much. That feels so much better, truly.
Yeah.
And it makes more room for breath support. I don't feel like I'm holding my air.
Right, right.
Yeah.
And isn't it wonderful when breath support happens and you don't have to force it, right? When it happens and it's connected, and then you can do the communicating and the expressing. Let's keep going. Pasture gleams and cools neath the pale skies, but scattered and interesting. Oh, I really want to hear your voice like live in a hall. I really do. In the interim, though, I'm getting the sense that it is an instrument that has a blossom, but you are not blossoming with it. You're trying to force the voice to do that crescendo on the E natural. If we have the same key, is that an E natural in your key?
That's a D.
On the D in the mass. Okay, great. So will you do that and a mass, but instead of and a mass, I want you to go no 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 no.
Okay.
Oh, did you see where that ended up? Did you see?
Yeah, and then I felt that.
You really tried to start that note in the throat, and you tried to crescendo in the throat. You really did. And God bless, because you still made it out alive, but I think you can thrive, right? So do that again. No, 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 no. So when you sing and the mass, can you crescendo through breath and resonance like you just did in that same sensational place and the mass? I want you to do that again, and I want you to work less. I want you to allow the air to do it. Yeah, you got to let go. Yeah, just do it again on the no, 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 and feel how little you're actually coming into contact with the meat of the voice. No, 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 Good on the words and a mass.
And a mass.
Yeah, so that vibrates in a very different place, huh? Yeah.
Yeah, it does.
How much time do we have?
You have
Okay,
2.5 minutes.
2.5 minutes. Great. Because the pasture gleams and glooms neath billowing skies. I want to do this whole phrase on the fast in, just so you can feel where this phrase can ride instead of where it's sitting right now.
Right.
Okay.
I got
And also, I want you to pick up the tempo. It says silent noon, not slow noon. It's so slow, Brianna. Because it's not noon anymore. It's 5 o'clock by the time you get done. So I just want you to just pick up the tempo, please. That's very different than what you were doing before, is it not?
Very.
Right. So I want you to do the phrase. I want you to start with the na-na-nas, but then go into the words. Na-na pasture gleams and glooms, na-na-na-na-na-na skies. Use it as a tool, but play around with the words and that so you can feel how it can all live and vibrate and even soar. And then we'll have to stop.
Na 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 pasture gleams high, na 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 na, neath billowing skies. Na 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 na, and a mass.
Oh yeah, that was really neat.
Yeah.
Yeah. So just to put a bow on it, this is like an incredible instrument, and I think for your next step, just calibrating your breath and resonance so that it is working for you and reverberating into the room instead of getting caught in your own pharynx and then pulling you down with the weight of it is the next step to go. And it will also help with your expression, and you already are very prescient and identified this wonderful quality of gratitude that's in the song. And I want to see you be able to focus on that instead of being in the business of making sound happen, because there's less work for you to do. And Brianna, there's gold in those hills, as gold in them there hills of yours, right? So you just got to do some mining and just some unloading of the weightiness.
Yeah.
Okay, brava. Bravi,
Thank you
both
so
of you.
much. Thank you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Thank you. Thank you, Brianna. And thank you to Megan Rich, our pianist. And thank you, Carl DuPont, for working with those two singers. I think we all learned quite a bit. Okay, we have our next singer. Tristan, are you there?
Yes, can you hear me?
Great, wonderful. And he will be working with Jason Forbach today. Jason, thank you for being here with us.
Thank you.
Okay, whenever you are ready, Tristan.
Well, my name's Tristan Rio. I'll be singing Stranger in Paradise from Kismet. I'm a vocal performance major here at Salisbury University, and I'm a second year. Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise, all lost in a wonderland, a stranger in paradise. If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you. I saw your face, and I
Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. That was fantastic. Tristan, incredible. Wow, that's so great. Tell me about this song. Tell me what drew you to it and what's it about and who you are and all that good stuff.
Um, I had to do a little bit of research into the song because I don't typically do a whole lot of musical theater. This has been a lot that I've been focusing on this year specifically. But what really took me with this song is the expressivity and then also just the flow of it. It really has its own pace. It gauges itself and just the connection and the raw feeling that they're trying to confess while also separating themselves from the being that they are like in the show, you know, being incognito and being in the garden and, you know, the feeling of love being sending you to this, you know, somewhere out of the commonplace, the rare, and being in this garden and, you know, just basically saying, take my hand, we may be strangers, but we'll figure this out. And I really, really like the message of the song because it takes away from the ego, it takes away from everything that is a foundation of yourself and just leaves you open emotionally.
That's beautiful, beautifully said. I think in the context of that as well is the thrill, the excitement, the kind of play that happens back and forth between these two potential lovers, right? So there's just such a the frisson, you know, like there's just this bubbling excitement in this passion. And listen, your notes at the end were thrilling. I would love to just start at the top again. And I think it's interesting that these are all beautiful Borodin melodies, this kind of symphonic idea. And I want to, can we just sing this beautiful melody, like maybe on an NG? And just think of your, I just want to think about if you can imagine how you would shape and play with these lines. Can we do that a little bit from the beginning?
Yeah.
All right, I'm gonna stop you right there. Did you feel that, or was it like bum bum ba? We're kind of getting this a little bit of a note awareness, and I want you to kind of just feel as if you're, you know, running your hands through water. You feel that resistance, but it just feels so the liquidity there. Just kind of play with that a little bit. Good. I'm going to stop you again. What's interesting is right on that first interval to that E, that's kind of right around this little tricky passaggio for us. And even then, with that NG, could you kind of hear and feel this a little bit of a raise here, raising to meet that pitch?
Yes.
Can we feel as if we rise above that? We don't need to rise up to meet that E.
Right.
Sometimes that forward resonance and this sense of relaxation here, we can figure out how we can more gently approach that E and be more in control of it than kind of like rising our throat up to match that pitch. Can we try?
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah. Beautiful, beautiful adjustment. How did that feel?
Just more like onset, really. Less of like a register flip.
Yeah. And may we take the tempo up a little bit? Can we feel it kind of have this movement, this excitement? So can we fold those ideas in and start with text again, please?
With text?
Yes, please.
Okay. Take my hand, I'm a stranger in paradise, all lost in a wonderland, a stranger in paradise. If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you.
Good, 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 good. Already so much better, has motion, it has direction. I feel there's a lightness to your spirit when you're singing it. It can even go more in this direction because you really are overwhelmed by all of this beauty around you, yeah? And so it just never really loses that sense of a smile. You know what I mean? That first phrase was lovely, and then again it was, if I stand, it kind of got that rigidity within these notes, and I think we can just feel like each phrase is figure out where you want to go, figure out what you want to say, and lean in that direction. You know what I mean? Yeah. Instead of letting us kind of feel the stepwise motion. And with this oo vowel, oos are very interesting in that they're a lot simpler than you're making them. You know, there's a lot less. I think you can do a lot less space in the mouth, and it's just like this simple, like kissy. You don't have to really overproduce that vowel, especially at the end of that phrase. Just keep it very natural. I think in this genre, we are keeping this kind of a classically trained voice, but we are still in this. It's this legit theater world. So really let us just understand what that text is and lean toward a little bit more natural way of creating these vowels. Let's just do the end of that phrase. Can we start from if I stand starry-eyed?
If I stand starry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you.
Just go ooh. Just say ooh.
Ooh.
Just say ooh.
Ooh.
Like you.
You.
Yeah.
Ooh.
There's no O in the mouth.
Okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. Great. And feel like stand beside an angel like you. It's going there. You know what I mean? Yeah. Great. Let's do that one more time and go into the next phrase. Sorry, I don't mean to keep stopping.
If I stand sorry-eyed, that's a danger in paradise, for mortals who stand beside an angel like you. I saw your face, and I ascended.
I'm gonna stop you right there too. Can we really take that Pumoso? I think it's such a it's all such luxurious melodies, and I think the more we lean back and get kind of languid with it, it's too saccharine. You know what I mean? Let's really feel like, I like how you set it up, but when we get into that bar, can we kind of like feel it propel forward? Can we feel that thrill?
Yeah. I saw your face, and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare, somewhere in space. I hang suspended until I know there's a chance that you care. Won't you answer the fervent prayer?
Great. I'm going to stop you right there. Beautiful. And I feel like that probably helps a little bit too. I think all of this ascending up to right around this idea of like E flat, I think you can take some of the weight out of it. Do you know what I mean? This kind of like bringing this heft up. Try to ride above that. You know what I mean? So it has a little bit of it can have this bright, effervescent joy, but we don't need. I think what's tricky is as it keeps incrementally rising, I think you're wanting to kind of bring heft up with it, and we don't need it. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And that suspended, just really feel that just, it's really just open and let that spin. Don't shortchange that moment for us. So feel like that can all, you can kind of just bring it back a little bit. I think you can all treat that a little bit more delicately in this section. Yeah?
Sorry, where was I saw your face?
I saw your face, yeah.
I saw your face, and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare, somewhere in space. I hang suspended until I know there's a chance that you care. Won't you answer the fervent
Great.
prayer?
Great. I think also with that, the idea of segmenting and feeling note by note gets in the way of you just kind of feeling these phrases. Because your voice is so beautiful, and I think I think if you approach it with a little bit more, if you lean into what this character is thinking and feeling, there's a lot more freedom, effervescence in this. And I think this section can really move. I think it can, I feel like I'm wanting you to like feel that passion kind of move at a quicker clip. And I feel like that will help you. Even the I hang suspended, I feel like there's just a little bit of pressure. And I think kind of cutting not feeling that line is getting in your way all the way up to that high note. Does that make sense?
Yeah.
I think it's just a matter of, can we free up the body? Can we move a little bit? Yeah. When you're doing, and feel, this is like, you know what, lean into silly. I like feeling silly, and it's just like, I want you to feel like, oh, and, you know, like, maybe like you're conducting yourself, but like, I want you to feel the sweep of these lines. And I think sometimes if we're kind of stuck in our body, we're feeling a little rigid. Right. So let's let this move still. This can move a little bit more, I feel like. I think it needs to be alive. I saw your face, and just, feel that abandon.
Okay. I saw your face,
Move.
and I ascended out of the commonplace into the rare, somewhere in space. I hang suspended until I know there's a chance that you care. Won't you answer the fervent prayer of a stranger in paradise? Don't leave me in dark despair from all that I hunger for, but open your angel's arms to the stranger in paradise and tell him that he need be a stranger no more.
Beautiful. How did that feel for you?
I just feel like I gave myself a lot more freedom to just be happy and like anxious, but like excited for the anxiety.
Yes. I think that those like semi-occluded exercises, especially with that opening phrase, really lock into that where you're resonating. Really think about what's happening there, so that we don't there's this want to kind of rise up here on those E's, And then I think it locks you up when you're kind of dancing around that part of your register. Once you're over that register, you soar. So I think, does that make sense? Is this familiar information?
Yeah, I've recently just like unlocked a lot of upper stuff, and like that E to F area really gets me sometimes.
It's tricky, yeah. I mean, it's tricky for everybody. For every guy, we're figuring out that you can give less. There's less of this want to kind of heave upward, and you don't need to do it. And the more you can kind of fold in a headier mix there, will give you a lot more freedom in the course of that line.
Okay.
Yeah, but beautiful, really thrilling. And I think it is the more you lean into the intention of this character and what that character wants, the more free this all will become. And it's stunning.
Okay. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, Jason. Thank you, Tristan, for singing for us today, and to Veronica, who joined us on the piano. I want to take a moment and again thank all of our pianists today. We could not do this without you, and give a hearty thank you to our presenters, our clinicians that worked with our singers today. I personally always get something from these master classes, but really got a lot today. That's not always the case on Zoom, but it was very successful. So I appreciate you all taking the time to share your expertise. And to the singers, thank you for coming today and being vulnerable and dealing with the technology and really putting yourself out there. And I'm really happy that you joined us today. All right. On behalf of the Mid-Atlantic region, I want to bid everyone a wonderful evening, and we hope that you will join us at Liberty for the master classes we have planned for Friday and Saturday. If you're not going to be with us at Liberty, they will be live streamed on YouTube. And in about 45 minutes, our honors recital from the part one of our regional competition, student auditions. Our honors recital will be premiering on YouTube as well. Dr. Lewis, would you like to say anything about that?
Yes, I would. I'd just like to let everybody know that the results will be coming out live during the honors recital on social media, and at the end, the complete list of the results will be posted on our website. And we also want to make sure that every honors recital participant tonight, the first place finishers, know that they are invited to come to Liberty and also perform on one of the two honors recitals on Friday or Saturday if they are available and able to do that. We'd love to hear you in person as well as your videos tonight. So congratulations, everyone.
Thank you again, and thank you, Dr. Lewis, for that. He's our regional governor extraordinaire. And thank you again, everyone, for joining us. We're going to sign off now so everybody can have a break before the honors recital. Thank you.